Good morning, and I have my cup of coffee. Good morning, and welcome to Ellen's Crochet channel. Today is going to be an episode of What the Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. So what has Ellen done? What did she work on all week? Has she finished anything? I finished one project this week, friends. One. It's not very large. It's actually 10.5 inches by 9.5 inches. And it's my Wednesday Wipeout washcloth from the year A Year in Dishcloths. It's an Annie's crochet book. Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. Every Wednesday she picks out a pattern. We started in the winter season. We went through spring, and this is the last of the summer. And this week I enjoyed the pattern. Last week was a bust. I think for many of us, we did not enjoy last week's pattern, but this one worked up nice and easy, and it's beautiful, very useful. And yeah, I like this pattern. I actually may make some more to actually use. Because, you know, some of them, you're going to give them as gifts. You can use them as hot pads, dishcloths, washcloths, whatever you want to use it for. Give them as gifts. That's really much what it's thought to be, you know. Make a bunch, give them for gifts. But okay, so this, I used the Hirschner's Village cotton, craft cotton, and I absolutely love this yarn. And I have some more of it in my collection, but I don't recall using it because I have a big tote of cotton yarn. But this is 100% cotton. It's a 4-ply, number 4, 115 yards. The color is lemon ice. How pretty that is. Yeah, so I am a fan of this cotton. And funny, I say fan because the pattern name is Golden Fans. So, yeah, so that's all I finished this week. Not much. So let's move on to what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with these works in progress that I have? I want to make it a point to not have project bags languishing with projects in it that will never be finished. Yeah, I want to keep that to a minimum because I know it can get out of control. We all have many project bags. We start working on something, get a little bored, and start working on something else. You may not have enjoyed the yarn. You may not have enjoyed the pattern. And the yarn will just sit in bags until maybe, you know, 3 years later, you find that bag and you're like, ooh. And it could have been beautiful yarn. Or it could have been yarn that you really don't enjoy. It could be one or the other. So, yeah, that's pretty much my goal, not to have a million works in progress laying around. So let me say what I'm going to finish. I am working on a baby blanket, which I've shown before. It's gotten, I think I'm halfway there. Okay, this, because I want to get it done before he arrives. And this is the basic blanket stitch. One of my favorites to use for baby blankets. Now, this is not a newborn baby blanket because it will be heavy, but it is a blanket that will grow with the child, you know, until they're a toddler laying on the couch, and when they are a newborn, maybe laying in a playpen. Do they still have playpens? I think they call them something else now, pack and plays. And you want a little bit of extra cushion. It's great. And I have to say, all of the mothers that I've given this blanket to, they love it. Especially, you know, if you're in a cold climate, and you know, nowadays they don't strap their kids in a car seat in a coat anymore. There's no more snowsuits, which is what we used when my kids were little. They have to strap them in with no coat. So they bring them out to the cars, wrapped in this nice warm blanket, and then they put this over them, and the babies are warm, the kids are warm. So it's multifunctional baby blanket that grows with the grows with your baby. And I use loops and threads, and I'm not a fan of Michael's, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I do like this. Is Carousel Twist. It's a number 5 bulky. This color is Tide Pool. It's 100% acrylic, and you can machine wash, tumble dry, which is perfect for babies and children, and anything that you're gonna make as far as a blanket. But yeah, so I enjoy this, and then they'll probably discontinue it eventually. So it's all the yarns we like. Another project that I'm working on that I will certainly finish. This is a shawl I'm making, and it's going to be a very light and flouncy for the fall. Something to put under, you know, a fall jacket. Wear it over. You know, it's going to be big. I'm making it with the Hirschner's mill ends. And this mill end is, I think it's 55% cotton, 45% acrylic. And it's probably a Hobie twister. That's what I'm thinking, you know, because the mill ends, you're not really sure what color you're going to get, and you're not really sure, you know, sometimes you get 100% cotton. This one is 55-45, beautiful color. It's going from the orange, and it's going to go out to that beautiful purple. And it's got fuchsia. I think it'll be really pretty. I think it'll kind of look like wings. Yeah, it's going to be pretty. This is actually the Shalina shawl by Bag O'Day, but I've chosen not to do the back, the front post. I'm just gonna do all in chevrons. So it's just gonna be a chevron blanket. Shawl. It's not a blanket. Well, you could make it a blanket if you complete the circle. But yeah. So this will be a light and airy shawl. Those will be completed, most certainly. Also, another project that I will be finishing eventually, and I say that because I don't know when it's going to get done, is the Sweet Shop blanket. How pretty that is. And that's a lot of granny squares, so this will be a project that will take a while. And this is the Sweet Shop blanket by Marion Mitchell, and her channel is Wool Thread Paint. And I believe she's in Scotland, and she makes the most absolutely gorgeous blankets. Yeah, I just fell in love with her color choices, and yeah, they're just so pretty. It's something that you make and you'll have forever, and it takes forever to make, unless you're Marion. I think she does it very quickly. But this is where I am now. Okay, so I think I've gotten probably most of the middle squares done, and then there's a bunch of little ones, and then it's just a matter of putting all those grannies together. And as I said, it's a work in progress. It will take a while. I'm not rushing it. And when every once in a while, when I feel like doing something quick, I do a few, I put it on the board, and move on to the next. This here I'm making with the recommended yarn, which is the Yarn Smith Pebble Haze. This is the Prince. It doesn't give the color on the label. Okay, and it's also, it's a DK. This is yarn from Wool Warehouse in the UK. And this is their Pebble Haze DK. And I love this yarn. It's so pretty. Very soft, very squish, and I think it's going to be gorgeous when it gets done. I don't know when that'll be. So those are the works in progress that I intend to keep working on. I have 2 others that I have decided I'm going to frog for one reason or another. You know, sometimes you pick out a yarn and you start a pattern, and it may be even something you've made before and a similar yarn. You're just not liking the way the color's working up. And sometimes it's the pattern that it's not bringing you joy. So the first item I'm going to frog is, and I've made this before, made this in another colorway, and this is with the Big Twist Menagerie. It's a hexicardy. Okay, and I made this in the other It was snake, something snake, and it was kind of a muted mauve's color, kind of colorway. And I absolutely love the way that one came out. I love the way the color pulled, and I enjoy that one. This one, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the way the colors are working out, and I do love this yarn. So my thought is I'm not gonna finish it because, you know, I don't have much. One sleeve is pretty much done. I have one more to go, and then put a border on, and you know, I would say this is 80% done. And you say, why would you frog it now? Because, you know, I probably won't wear it. And so I'll finish the project. I'll put it in a tote or on a shelf. And, you know, all of this beautiful yarn will just sit and languish. Yeah, I could probably give it to someone. But then again, I'm looking at it and I want to give them something that I would want to wear. So I'm going to frog this, and I will find another project to use this beautiful yarn. This was the Big Twist Menagerie, which we all love this. We're not sure if we're going to get it again. And this color was Parrotfish. Very pretty blues with some beige and, yeah, very denim kind of vibe. And that's what I was thinking when I started this. But I will find another something to do with this beautiful yarn. I'm not gonna let it sit in a tote and not be worn. As I said, I have a lot of that. This one is Dart Frog. So yeah, and I love that yarn. So I hope somebody brings it back. Another project I am going to frog is being housed right now in my Queen's Craft by Bridget bag, and I absolutely love. You have to go to Bridget and check out her. This is a queen bag. I will link her below because Bridget makes the most fabulous project bags and yarn hold, you know, the little ones that you could put your ball of yarn in. Yeah, her bags of the quality is, and the fabric is outstanding. Yeah, her attention to detail is amazing. And actually, this is the second one that I have, and this is the Celestial. I got the large tote bag, and it has like all the horoscope signs. And I got the large one first, and my daughter saw it, and she's like, "Oh, Ma, I love that bag." Needless to say, she took it home. Yeah, so that's hers now. And I ordered another one. This one is mine. She's not getting it. But her bags, well, speaking of it, 2 pockets in it. It's just great. So what am I going to frog? So this is the Riptide Wrap Advent Edition, and it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It's the Sweet Crochet Dreams is the, I forget what her name is. Her name is Miller. Let's see if it, Oh, friends, I'm trying to find her name. Mariana Miller or Muller. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I was thinking my colors would work up as hers does on the front. But I'm not a fan of the dark color I chose going into the light. I think it's just too stark of a difference. So I'm gonna frog it, and I'm gonna use the yarn for another project. This yarn is the Knit Picks Stroll Minis Advent. It's not an Advent pack, it's the Stroll Minis. The Moody Blues, and the lighter colors is the Wildflowers, which is so pretty. But you know, once I got to the darker color, I just thought it was too stark. And the pattern, I'm not, you know, single crochet is not my thing. Yeah, we need that in crochet. But this is short rows, and I do enjoy working short rows. But other than that, it's all single crochet, and I'm halfway through it, so I got pretty far. But it's very, very long. Like really, it could be my tension, but yeah, I for many reasons. My color choice. Not a fan, and this is beautiful yarn, and again, I don't want to see the yarn be used on a project that I may never want to wear, because I'm not a fan of my color choice. You know, the it's supposed to be the Advent edition where you would use your minis along with a full-size hank. Okay, the full size is actually Hobby Lobby hand painted, very pretty. It's got a little bit of a sparkle, so that worked up beautifully with the flowers, which is another stroll mini pack, all of these colors. But once I got to the dark, I think this here darkest one set it off for me. I was like, and I love that color. It's actually one of my favorite colors, the very dark purple, but too stark. So those two are gonna be frogged. And so that's what the Wednesday video. I hope you enjoyed it, friends. Let me know, what are you working on? And do you feel the same about deciding to frog a project, even if you're 3/4 of the way done? If it's something that you feel you don't want that beautiful yarn. And it's not that I don't have enough yarn, but why see it just languish in a tote or a project bag for years to come? Because, you know, sometimes you could have projects in a bag for, some people have had projects in totes for almost 20 years. Shannon, you know who you are. But she's taking them out and finishing them. I'm deciding, although I think there's a few she decided she wasn't gonna either. But yeah, I decided these two are gonna be frogged. The others will be finished. I think I have one other blanket and the color around my halo that's in timeout because that's very heavy, and eventually I may finish that. I'm not gonna frog that one yet. But and that's pretty much it for what my works in progress. I know in January I took all of my works that I had in bags and I frogged maybe 4. So that's my goal. I am not gonna have a lot of projects laying in bags. I'm gonna either finish them, they don't bring me joy. If I'm not enjoying the color that I chose at that moment, I'm gonna hang it up, pull it up, wrap it up, whatever you want to do with it, and find something else to make with that beautiful yarn. This yarn is gorgeous. I just love it. It's very pretty, just not enjoying that color with the rest. But yeah, so that's where it stands, friends. I've rambled on now for 18 minutes. I said this morning, you're not gonna ramble. Here we go, 18 minutes. Oh well, hope you enjoyed my video. And like, comment, and hit the thumbs up if you'd like. Most importantly, leave me a comment. Let me know, what do you do when you've started a project, or even gotten perhaps almost halfway or more completed, and decided, no, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. I feel if it's not bringing me joy, move on to the next. There's a lot of beautiful patterns out there. And that's it, friends. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Have a great day. Bye. One more thing I forgot to mention. Go watch the video. Cake Off, Twisted Update.